Hey, amazing visionary. Welcome back to The Culture is Local. All right, it's time to get your weekly dose of real talk, actionable strategy, and inspiration. I'm Tonia, your host, and as always, I'm covering the tools, mindset, and strategies you need to step into your role as the CEO of your growing business. We're talking protecting your brand, turning your passion into profits, and growing sustainably. All right. Doesn't matter whether you are a brick and mortar, you're turning your profits into passion out of a pop up shop or shared space, or you're getting your product into your local community and beyond. This episode is for you. All right, let's get to it. Hello, hello, hello. It's Tanya, and today we are talking about being in your CEO era starting today and from here on out. All right. I want you to step into your role as a CEO. You are going to shift from small business to CEO. So, we are talking about your mindset today because here's the question. Are you thinking like a business owner, or are you actually stepping into your role as a CEO? And I ask this because, trust me, there's a big difference between running a business and leading a business, okay? So many entrepreneurs, especially in our communities, we start our journeys with a passion, a skill, or a dream just to make impact, right? But somewhere along the way, the pressure of wearing all the hats, the grind of day to day operations, and the constant pressure of making ends meet, it keeps us thinking small. You're like, I'm just a small business, or I don't need to think like a CEO. I'm just running this one little shop. Nope, that's not what we're going to do. All right, we're going to up level our mindset because let me tell you, mindset is exactly what's standing between where you are now and the massive, sustainable success that you're dreaming of. Yes, not all that other stuff. It's your mindset, okay? And I'll tell you how and why. How you see yourself and your business will shape every decision you make, and it'll also shape the results you get, okay? So, right now, before I even go on, it's time to start thinking small and start leading like a CEO, okay? And when I'm talking about CEO, and I know we have our business, I'm not just talking about a company. You're like, I'm more than a boss. I own this. And yes, you do own it. And I want you to act like you own it, okay? You're not just a small business. You are everything, okay? So, first thing first, you are not just anything, all right? You are not just a local shop owner. You are not just showing up and doing all the things to keep things going. You're running an operation. And that means you've got power, influence, and value to bring. So, I don't want you to minimize it, okay? When you limit your thinking to small business, you're putting yourself in a box, all right? You're focusing on survival, just trying to get through each month, each client, each problem. But when you see yourself as a CEO, as the leader of a growing, thriving company, you start thinking about growth, strategy, and the bigger picture. And it's no longer not just about staying afloat, it's about building something bigger than yourself. So, what does it mean to have this CEO mindset? Well, the CEO mindset means that you're planning for the future, okay? You're thinking about what's next, how you can expand, how to lead your team, even if your team is just you right now, okay? And how to create systems that work for you instead of burning yourself out doing all the work yourself. CEO moves, what are those? Those are big moves, okay? You're thinking big. Being a CEO again isn't about having a fancy title or running a huge corporation. That's not what I'm talking about right now. What it is it's about how you move, okay? It's about taking charge, thinking strategically, and positioning yourself as the boss of your business, not the employee in your business, the owner of your business, okay? When you shift into CEO mode, you make decisions differently. You're no longer reactive, you're proactive. And we are always proactive. You're not just thinking to fix today's problems, you're creating long term solutions that prevent those problems from even popping up in the future. So, here's a little example. Instead of focusing on getting as many customers as possible right now, what a CEO does is a CEO thinks about building customer loyalty. All right? You're creating an experience that keeps people coming back. Instead of trying to save money by doing everything yourself, a CEO invests in tools, systems, and maybe even team members to free up time and focus on growth. Instead of being stuck in the grind of the day to day, a CEO steps back, looks at the big picture, and decides where the business is heading next. Think about it this way. Small businesses react to problems. CEOs create solutions before they even arrive. All right? That's how we're going to think about that. So, this CEO mindset I'm talking about, right? How do you go about it? Well, one, it starts with belief, okay? None of this is going to work if you don't first believe you're capable of more. I'm talking about believing in yourself and the value you bring, no matter what size your business is today. Let me repeat that. Believing in yourself. We're not even talking about your business. Believing in yourself and the value you bring, no matter what size your business is today. So it's time to stop letting imposter syndrome whisper in your ear that you don't deserve the title of CEO or that your business is too small to think this big. The size of your business doesn't define your potential. It's your vision, your strategy, and your belief in what you're building that matter. When you see yourself as a CEO, you start acting like one. You make decisions like a boss, like a true owner, not an employee, not somebody working for your business, okay? You make decisions like the owner, the boss of everybody, the boss of everything, who's playing the long game. You stop getting stuck in the weeds and start creating systems, investing in your growth and thinking ahead, okay? What you do is, as a CEO, you begin to learn how to leverage your vision, your strategy, and your culture, right? You know, I was going to bring that up. So let's talk about what you can do once you start stepping into that CEO mindset. You've got a vision for your business, right? Something bigger than what it is today. But that vision, it's just a dream until you put strategy behind it. But CEOs aren't dreamers, they're planners. They don't just have a vision, they create a roadmap to get there. Think about the culture you want to build for your business, whether that's how you interact with customers, the kind of service or product you provide, or even the work-life balance you want to have for your success. CEOs intentionally design their company culture. They decide what their brand stands for and how they want people to experience their business. So, if you want a business that runs like a well-oiled machine, where your customers are loyal, your team, again, even if you have a little tiny one, even if it's small, right? Where your team is aligned and you don't, or excuse me, rather you do have the time and space to focus on growing, you've got to step into that leadership role fully. So let me repeat that because I was going to say something about, well, you don't waste time, but I'll put that back again, looking at my notes. If you want a business that runs like a well oiled machine, and that is one, where your customers are loyal, your team is aligned, and you have the time and space to focus on growing, you've got to step into that leadership role fully, okay? All right? You're not wasting your time, your space, your energy, your money, okay? When you think about being a CEO, I know sometimes because we are local and community based businesses that we begin to worry that we'll lose the community aspect of it, right? You know, especially those of us, we have these purpose, community, heart driven businesses, okay? We're like, well, you know, when you think about CEOs, but I do want you to get this vision out of your mind in this aspect that it has to do with a big corporate conglomerate, okay, right there. We're talking about a CEO type of leadership, strategic, forward thinking leadership. That's what I'm talking about with this mindset. So, if you start thinking like a CEO, you won't lose that personal touch, okay? Your business is not going to get too corporate. All right. Get that out of your mind. It is absolutely not going to be that way because, again, you've built a business on your values. So that's not your value. That is not going to happen. It's not taking what you built or your values, your purpose, your vision, your mission out of it. This is a mindset on how you're leading your business, okay? Because if you actually step into a CEO mindset, it's actually the best way to make sure your business grows while staying true to your purpose and your values. And why is this? It's because you're in control of the strategy, okay? You're the one deciding how your business scales and what the experience looks like for your customers. It has nothing to do, and it is not about losing your roots, okay? Your purpose, all right? Or becoming someone you're not. It's about building a business that can expand and keep your purpose front and center, all right? CEOs protect what they've built. They don't let it get watered down or lost in the growth process. So, you know, I'm all about the pep talks. Here's your pep talk. It's time to start thinking like the CEO you are. I don't care if you're running a one-woman show or if you got a small team just grinding and hustling alongside you. You are the CEO of your business. And when you start to see yourself that way, everything changes. You are not here to play small. You are here to lead, to strategize, okay? To build something that lasts. You're not just managing a small business. You are leading a growing, thriving company. So stop thinking like a small business owner and step into your power as a CEO, because when you do, there's no limit to what you and your business can achieve, okay? So, pep talk over today. What I want you to think about, because I love giving you actionable steps as well, is what is one area of your business where you've been thinking small, okay? How can you shift your mindset to create a CEO level strategy and start seeing those big results? I want you to get into that CEO mode, okay? All right. I know you can do it because you are absolutely amazing. And so is your business. You are a fantabulous visionary, all right, powerhouse. You're all that. You're a CEO of a thriving, growing company. So, again, what you want to do for that action step is think about where you've been thinking small, okay? Find, hopefully, it's very few things that you've been doing. Very few areas where you've been thinking small, but you're going to at least pick one, excuse me, and figure out how you can shift your mindset to create a CEO level strategy and start seeing those big results, okay? Wishing you optimal success and health, and we'll chat soon. Hey, visionary, it's Tonia again. All right, I want to thank you so much for listening. It's my joy to share tips and strategies to help you and your business grow exponentially. Be sure to follow and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you love today's episode, also make sure to leave a review. Okay. I also would love for you to join my newsletter for even more insights, tips, resources, and event announcements. You can subscribe to the newsletter at tanyafisher.com/newsletter. As always, wishing you optimal success and health, and we'll chat soon.